Hey everybody, Steve here. This video is 2 years overdue, and I want to acknowledge that this is not the video that I was kind of hoping to bring everybody. Actually didn't even really plan on making a video, but I've been getting a lot of comments and emails saying, what is the deal with the Tahoe? What's the deal with the Tahoe? And actually, one of the catalysts for this video is I actually had a guy shoot me an email and said, dude, are you still alive? Yes, I'm still alive, and I appreciate those of you who have reached out. 2 years, Tahoe's here. Let me flip this around. I do still have it, and there is a turbo in it. But truth is, it hasn't run in 18 months. And essentially what happened was, in May of 22, he finished the turbo, brought it to the dyno. It dynoed with something like 575 horsepower and 620 foot-pounds of torque on something like 10 pounds of boost. I don't remember exactly what it is. I'll try to find the chart if I can. And I was real excited. And he was getting ready to get back to me, and I got a call. And he said, dude, it's making a noise, and the noise is just going to get worse and worse. He said he didn't know what it was, but he needed to tear it apart to find out what the deal was. So he tore it apart. And 7 out of 8 of the pistons look like this. So the Tahoe stayed with him, and he completely rebuilt it with all forged parts and yada, yada, yada. I can give you the breakdown on exactly what he put in there, but I forget what it is off the top of my head. And we took it to a different tuner, a guy who knows LS motors inside and out, and it was actually tuned properly the second time. My buddy kept it for the first 550 or so miles, and he broke it in, making sure that everything was great with it. And I picked it up, and then this happened. So here's the Tahoe, broken down on the side of the road. I got to drive it, let's see, 200 miles. I had it for about 2 weeks. I was driving like an old lady because, quite honestly, the thing terrified me. So I was going very gentle on it. I was coming home from work one night, right around Thanksgiving of 22, and it started making a knocking noise, a deep, loud knocking noise. I'm going to show you some video from that night right here. Cold. I had it towed to my buddy's house because on the lift at the time, as luck would have it, I was working on my S10, which had a blown head gasket. So the S10 was taking up the bay here, so I had it taken down to my buddy's house, and it sat at his house while I worked on the S10. So fast forward to exactly 1 year ago. Some of you might remember I had this cryptic video of me towing it home, and got it home a year ago. And here it has sat for a year. My job has required between 12 and 15 hours every single day. I just never had the time to get around to working on it. Finally got some time to look at it today. The purpose of this video is twofold. Number one, kind of catch everybody up. I do appreciate people reaching out. That means a lot to me. And number two, I want to reach out to the community because I'm in over my head at this point. I don't know what to do. You can hear the guy in the video saying, hey, I think it's the flex plate. I think it's the torque converter. It doesn't sound like the engine. It doesn't sound like the engine. Well, I played this video for somebody else, and he says, dude, engine's toast. Probably spun bearing or something like that. So the engine was on for probably less than a minute, just the time that it took me to get over to the side of the road and shut it off. And then the only other time that it's run was in that video. Okay, first trying to address the guy who said that the engine was toast, it was a spun bearing, and then I'm totally screwed. What I did was I attempted to take all the spark plugs out. I was able to get to that one. I was able to get to that one. I was actually able to get to 5 out of 8 spark plugs. As you can see, with all the turbo piping in the way, it is very, very, very difficult to get to some of the other spark plugs. I saw a video on YouTube where a guy very carefully put a screwdriver in the spark plug hole and advanced the piston. I think he said that it was If my memory serves me correctly, he said take the piston all the way down, start bringing it back up, and then tap the top of the piston. And if it rattled or shaked or whatever, you probably had a problem with the bearing. So that's 3 spark plugs that I've been able to get to. Anyhow, I tried that screwdriver test and wanted to say a couple things about the bottom end. And that is that none of the pistons appeared to shake, rattle, or roll or anything like that. I wasn't able to ascertain an issue there. The other thing is that I drained the oil. There's no metal shavings or anything like that in the oil at all. However, even though there were no metal shavings in the oil, when I pulled the oil filter and spilled it into the pan, I noticed a little bit of a milky white substance, which is usually indicative of coolant in the oil, but wanted to include that in this video as part of the forensic analysis. So what I'm trying to ascertain at this point is where to go from here. Do I start pulling turbo parts off so that I can get to the other 3 pistons and do that test for the last 3? Was that test even worth my while? Question number 2. So another thought is that in the video you can hear a guy who's got a lot more car experience than I do saying, hey, I don't think it's the motor at all. It might be the flex plate, it might be the torque converter or whatever. So anyhow, took this down. I checked every single tooth on the flex plate. It's good. I checked all of the bolts that go from the flex plate to the torque converter. All of them are in. You can see 1 out of 3. I could spin the engine, but just take my word for it. All 3 bolts are in. The flex plate to the engine, there's no missing bolts there. And I tried grabbing the torque converter and shaking it. Tried grabbing the flex plate and shaking it. There does not seem to be any issues here. So I guess my question is one of 3 things. Do I continue down this path? Separate the engine from the transmission and do some further investigation here? Should I go through the process of everything that's necessary to drop the oil pan so that I could see the bottom end and check the bottom end that way? Or do I continue down the path of tearing the turbo down so that I can get to all the spark plugs to check the other 3 cylinders? Or do I do something completely different? I've always acknowledged that I'm definitely nobody's mechanic. I just do this stuff because it's fun. It got to the point where it wasn't fun anymore, so that's why I took such a long break. But I've got the appetite again, and wanted to reach out to the community and see which of the 3 paths I should go down, or if there's something completely different that I should do. So please do me a favor. I appreciate everybody. Comment. Hopefully it's something that I can fix. And then, of course, all of that turbo footage that my buddy took for me, I still have in the can. I just, I was kind of hoping to do all that, the whole goal was to kick out all the turbo stuff, and then kind of wrap it up with the video that I'm making now, but obviously it didn't go that way. So anyhow, this is Steve signing off, anxious to hear everybody's opinions.